So today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to talk about like things that motivated me so far and why I'm working out and what's making me become a better person or why I want to become a better person. Because this last year and a half has truly been like one of the toughest times I've ever been through. It started out around last May. Uh, my grandma, my grandma Haruko, uh, she was a big part of my life. One of the sweetest people I've ever met, and I'm so glad I got to call her my grandma. But she lost to stomach cancer last May. That was the first time since my grandpa's death in 2000 where it's like the first death that's really hit me. And she's basically one of my first best friends. She always made me breakfast, and I remember one time too, this is how bad I was when I was a kid, but I used to be like a big germaphobe, and when I went to the bathroom, even at like my own house, she set up set up little pieces of toilet paper for me to lay around the toilet rim, so I never had to like do it myself. She just spoiled the crap out of me. She made sure I was always happy before she was happy, and that's where I got most of my characteristics from, was from her. She always put other people first in front of her. She never really second guessed it. She just totally, if you asked for it, she went for it, because she always wanted to treat other people how she wanted to be treated, and she just always was so respectful and just 100% like the nicest person you'd ever meet. And that one hit me pretty hard. Well, during that time too, my girlfriend, well, my ex-girlfriend, she was my first girlfriend ever. I started dating her at 19, and she was my first kiss ever. And after my grandma passed, our relationship started changing. Around that time, we were almost to 3 years, and I don't know what happened, but we broke up. At that time, you know, she was the love of my life, and we got an apartment together, and you know, sleeping in the bed every day, and the next day she's not there anymore. And that really that kind of started like to make, that kind of triggered of me like getting depressed, because I had someone by my side for like almost 3 years, and then all of a sudden she's not there anymore. I did have friends, but I didn't hang out with them all the time, and it was just a weird feeling. So after all that, I kind of got depressed, and I was in depression for like a good 5 months, and I couldn't snap out of it. I just, you know, wondering what went wrong. Why did we break up? That was my first breakup I ever dealt with, so I didn't know how to deal with it. So after that, a few months later, after the breakups, and I guess like, you know, 5 months later after all that, in March, like the most randomest day, it was just, I was at an expo for this company I work for, and I got a call from my stepbrother. He said my dad was in a pretty bad accident. It was a car accident, and I didn't know how to react to on the phone, because I just, you know, it's my dad. He's supposed to be Superman, you know, I wasn't really worrying about anything. But when I got to the hospital, I could tell it was kind of, you know, not your normal accident. He wasn't breathing on his own, and he was just, you know, he's just not my dad anymore in a way. He was just laying there not responding, and he always, it was weird because, you know, that guy can never shut up. He always wanted to talk to you. No matter who you were, he was wanting to talk to you. And it was, I just hated him seeing him like that. So after the accident, about a long 5 days just for him fighting, he finally passed away. That's when I thought I was just, that's when I just wanted to give up, you know, just losing everything. All in that like year and a half span, I thought at that point nothing's gonna get better. me and my dad, before 2 weeks before he passed away, we were looking at houses together and waiting for us to turn our lives around, because he was 38 and he's regretted a lot, he told me, and he just wanted to finally turn his life around and go to the gym and just get fit and just conquer life together. So when he passed, I kind of just fell to the floor. I didn't know what to think anymore. I didn't really want to deal with life anymore. And about 2.5 weeks after that, I just wanted to give up. One night after that 2 weeks, I think it's like 2 weeks and 3 days or something like that, I tried to attempt suicide. Obviously, I'm still here. I tried to take stuff. I thought I was going to take enough for it to kill me, but I just woke up with a bad stomach ache. And I just broke down right there, like, what am I doing? So after all of that, my grandma passing, breaking up with, my first relationship, it was 3 years, and breaking up with her and losing my dad, it just happened so fast. Everything happened so fast, and I felt like I just couldn't catch a break. I almost lost the game of life, and it needs to be the other way around. You need to conquer life itself. In these last 2 months, I've had a friend, Alex. I've been going to the gym every single day, and before my dad passed, we both wanted to be like the biggest studs, and I just can't quit. I gotta live through him, and I gotta live through my grandma, just become a better person. My dad and grandma wouldn't want me to keep just, sitting around. They want me to do something. During tough times too, I've been so fortunate to have friends and family just to talk to me every single day, or in friends having same experiences as me with their dads, or just losing loved ones. And it's always good to talk. Don't ever shut yourself out from people, because it's gonna get worse. Or if you're not even from a loss, if you're just feeling down or depressed, don't do what I did and just try to take your life, because even though life's really confusing sometimes, it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing. With your loved ones, just always cherish them, Just tell them you love them, because why not? There's some great people in this world, and there's just great things in this life where it'd be a shame for you to take your own life. You as a person have so much to offer, and you'd be amazed of what you could do. Like, I've lost about 37 pounds in this last 2.5 months of just working out and just getting out there and being active, and it keeps your mind off and it keeps it healthy and doesn't really make you think of all the bad times that you had, and it makes you excited for the future. This whole video, basically, I'm just telling you my experiences of when life really is all put at a stop. You could take one path where you could just have life just keep, knocking you down, or the other path where you could just keep fighting and become the best you could be. I'm sorry if this video was kind of really random, and I'm sorry if my story didn't all fit together, but I just want people to know that whatever you're going through, everyone else is kind of going through the same thing at one point, or they are going through it right now. So just be careful what you say to people. Always respect them, and just simply be nice to the other people, because at the end of the day, that's all we have, is just us. We're all just people and we just want to smile.